They're one of the most recognizable foods in the world, and chances are you've had them at least once. That smell, hot oil, crispy breading, salty steam hitting your face through a paper bag in the car. You already know exactly how they taste. But despite years of internet myths, do you know what's actually inside them? Or how a factory takes ground chicken, seasoning, and batter and turns it into millions of nuggets every single day? Because once you see how they're formed, cooked, and frozen on an industrial scale, you might agree that they're not as simple as they seem. McDonald's chicken nuggets are made from 100% chicken breast meat. Not scraps, not trimmings, not pink slime. Real chicken breast. This is one of the most common misconceptions about nuggets, and we'll break it down in more detail later. But for now, let's follow the process from the very start. McDonald's works with approved poultry suppliers who meet strict standards for animal welfare, food safety, and quality control. Once the chickens arrive at the processing facility, they move through highly automated systems, cleaned, inspected, and broken down into individual cuts. The breast meat is separated and set aside for further processing. The remaining parts, like thighs, wings, and bones, are used in other products. Very little goes to waste. But it's the breast meat that matters here. Once trimmed and checked for any remaining cartilage, bone fragments, or excess fat, what's left is clean white chicken breast meat, ready for the next stage. The chicken breast doesn't go into nuggets as whole pieces. It is ground first. The meat moves through large industrial grinders, where it's broken down into a fine, uniform mixture. This key step is what gives every nugget its consistent texture, density, and bite. But the chicken isn't ground on its own. A small amount of chicken skin is blended in, not as filler, but for flavor and moisture. The fat in the skin helps keep the meat juicy and adds richness that plain breast meat doesn't have on its own. That ratio is carefully controlled because too much fat can make the nuggets turn greasy, too little and they can become dry. Once the meat and skin are combined, seasoning is added. Salt, spice blends, and other ingredients that enhance flavor and help the texture hold together. Everything is then mixed thoroughly until the texture is completely uniform. A dense, cohesive chicken mixture ready to be shaped. If you've ever paid attention, you've probably noticed this already. McDonald's chicken nuggets come in only 4 shapes: the bell, the boot, the ball, and the bone, sometimes called the bow tie. The 4 shapes are really about consistency and control. Standardized forms make the nuggets easier to produce at high speed, easier to portion, and instantly recognizable. It's more than just branding, it's food engineering. The ground chicken mixture is fed into molding machines where it's pressed into those 4 shapes with incredible precision. Thousands of nuggets per minute, each one nearly identical in size and weight. They come out uniform, consistent, and ready for the next stage. Now comes the coating, and this is where the process gets interesting. McDonald's nuggets don't just get dipped in breadcrumbs. The coating process happens in multiple stages. The shaped nuggets first pass through a light coating of seasoned flour and starch. This is called the pre-dust. The pre-dust creates a dry surface on the nugget, giving the next layer something to grip onto. Without it, the batter wouldn't stick properly. Next, the nuggets move through a batter applicator. Liquid batter flows over them from above and below, coating every surface, every edge, every curve. The batter is a mixture of flour, water, starch, and seasoning. It's thin enough to coat evenly, but thick enough to form that signature outer layer. After the batter, the nuggets pass through a breading machine. Fine breadcrumbs cascade down onto them, sticking to the wet batter and creating that textured outer layer. This is what gives McDonald's nuggets their slightly crispy, slightly rough exterior. The nuggets then pass through a system of leveling belts or rollers that gently press the breading into the batter, ensuring it adheres completely. Any excess breading falls away, leaving a clean, even coating. 3 layers: pre-dust, batter, breading, each one serving a specific purpose. The coated nuggets are almost ready, but before they can leave the factory, there's one more critical step: par frying. They move into large industrial fryers filled with vegetable oil, heated to a carefully controlled temperature. As the nuggets pass through, they fry for about a minute, just long enough to begin transforming the coating. This isn't full cooking. It's a partial fry, designed to set the structure. The batter firms up, the breading crisps lightly, and the exterior begins to turn that familiar golden color. Inside, though, the chicken isn't fully cooked yet, and that's completely intentional. The final cooking happens later, either in the restaurant or at home. This step is about building the foundation, locking in the shape, texture, and outer layer. Once they leave the fryer, the nuggets move along a draining conveyor where any excess oil is removed. At this point, they're golden on the outside, structured, but not fully cooked on the inside, almost finished and ready for the final stage. From the fryer, the nuggets move straight into a blast freezer. This isn't a typical freezer. It's an industrial flash freezing system designed to drop temperatures extremely fast, often to around -40 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius. Fun fact, that's the one point where the two temperature scales actually meet and are exactly the same. As the nuggets travel through on a conveyor, they freeze rapidly within minutes. That speed is critical. The faster the freeze, the smaller the ice crystals that form inside the meat, and that's what protects the texture. If the nuggets were frozen slowly, larger ice crystals would develop, damaging the structure of the chicken. When reheated, they'd lose moisture and turn soft or mushy. Flash freezing prevents that. The coating stays intact, the inside stays firm, and the overall quality holds up from factory to final cook. By the time they exit the freezer, the nuggets are fully frozen, solid, stable, and ready for packaging. But before being packaged, the nuggets go through a series of quality control checks. As they move down the line, cameras and sensors scan them for size, shape, color, and coating consistency, automatically removing anything that doesn't meet the standard. Samples are also weighed, and every nugget passes through a metal detection system to catch any contamination. In addition, random batches are fully cooked in a test kitchen and evaluated for texture, flavor, and appearance. Only batches that pass every check move forward. Next, the nuggets move to the packaging line, where high-speed machines portion them into bags, weigh them, and seal them for shipment. The packaged nuggets are boxed and transferred to cold storage, kept at -18 degrees Celsius in 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or below to maintain quality. From there, they're shipped on refrigerated trucks to distribution centers, then onto individual restaurants, all while staying frozen the entire time. That uninterrupted cold chain is what keeps them safe and consistent. At the restaurant, the nuggets are fully cooked in hot oil at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit for a few minutes, crisping the coating and cooking the chicken through. From factory to fryer, every step is engineered so that no matter where you are, every nugget is exactly the same. But before you go, there's one thing that needs to be addressed: the pink slime controversy. Back in the early 2000s, a food scientist named Gerald Zernstein coined the term pink slime to describe a processed filler used in some ground beef. The term spread quickly, and somewhere along the way, it became tangled up with chicken nuggets, especially McDonald's. Images started circulating online, showing a bright pink paste-like substance being extruded from machines, often labeled as "how McDonald's nuggets are made." In response to the controversy, McDonald's launched a transparency campaign called "Our Food, Your Questions." They opened up their suppliers and showed how the nuggets are actually made step by step. That viral image was most likely mechanically separated chicken, a different product used in different foods by different companies, not McDonald's nuggets. The confusion stuck anyway, because once something spreads online, it's hard to undo. But the reality is straightforward. McDonald's chicken nuggets are made from chicken breast meat, processed, coated, and produced in facilities that operate under strict USDA regulation and inspection. And lastly, here are a few interesting facts about McDonald's chicken nuggets. So the next time this comes up, you can casually know way more than everyone else. McDonald's serves chicken nuggets in over 100 countries, but the recipe isn't exactly identical everywhere. In some places, the seasoning is adjusted to match local tastes. So yes, nuggets can taste slightly different depending on where you are. The four shapes, bell, boot, ball, and bone, have been around since the nuggets' early days in the 1980s. Decades later, still the same four. No new shapes, no limited editions, just quiet consistency. The oil used for frying isn't the same everywhere. In the US, it's a blend of vegetable oils, while other countries use different oils depending on availability and local preferences. A 10-piece order of McNuggets has around 400 calories, and a good portion of that comes from the crispy coating and the frying process, not just the chicken itself. McDonald's is one of the largest buyers of chicken in the world. We're talking millions of pounds every day across a global supply chain so big it's hard to even picture. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how iconic foods are actually made, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more factory tours, food science, and myth-busting breakdowns on the way. Until next time, thanks for watching.